As humans, we're fundamentally social beings. But with loneliness and social isolation on the rise, our health and well-being are increasingly at risk.
Isolation kills. It really has a negative impact on your physical and mental well-being. We as humans, we are designed to thrive through interaction with others.
Without social connections, it can become more difficult to navigate circumstances like a personal health crisis or loss of a loved one. Being isolated has even been linked to negative health impacts and early mortality, comparable to excessive drinking and smoking.
It's one of the biggest public health crises of our time.
Every year, more Canadians are living in multi-unit housing, where, for a variety of reasons, residents may be less likely to know their neighbors. But these types of buildings aren't inherently isolating. They can easily be transformed into tight-knit, vibrant communities.
The Hey Neighbour Collective is a large group of organizations that are all interested in ways of reducing loneliness and social isolation in multi-unit housing contexts.
Concert Properties introduced a Community Connectors program to help neighbors get to know each other. Social connection between neighbors improves significantly when it's intentionally nurtured. So Concert engaged with resident volunteers, who have since hosted many activities in their buildings.
We had like a pizza day and games like afternoon. So they would play giant Jenga or, different games, ping pong here outside. We have the community garden and we have a beehive there. We had some residents sign up for a workshop where they fill in their little jars with fresh honey. And then our biggest event was actually this mural. And so each resident would come and they were able to paint.
I know that many of the residents are appreciative of the programs in place. In a way, you give them an opportunity because you kind of break the ice between them. In the future, it becomes a little more organic and they see one another and they get to know each other better.
Other events held by resident connectors have ranged from Zoom speed friending to outdoor doggy playdates. Sage, a Brightside resident, has been organizing Monday night card games in her building's amenity room since 2015.
The card game is so much fun. It's sort of like a break from all your troubles, and that just decreases my stress, and I think everyone else's too. The friendships that I've made are really important. The sense of community is really important. It's helped me get to know people that I normally wouldn't get to know.
The West End Seniors Network runs the Close to Home program for older adults. They support resident connectors who plan social activities in the buildings where they live.
So the first thing that I did in my building was organize a Easter egg decorating activity. A lot of folks either live alone, may not have any family or friends that they have easy access to. Being able to meet in a community space with the other neighbors is really helpful in not feeling so alone and isolated.
Connecting with our neighbors improves our social lives and increases people's sense of safety and community. Knowing your neighbors can also make a big difference in times of crisis. Anne, a former resident in the Catalyst Community Developments building, knows this firsthand.
I had my own little medical crisis. Well, it's actually big. Quite a big medical crisis. I was reliant on strangers to look after me and for 8 weeks while I recuperated from nearly dying. And it made me realize how much we need to know our neighbors. We need to know who's around.
Residents, housing operators, and nonprofit organizations can all play a part in helping neighbors connect to each other. The benefits for individuals and our communities are transformative.
We see some neighborhoods where neighbors sort of get together, weekly to play cards together or having sort of birthday parties. They're happier in general. They laugh more and they're more outgoing.
In the Lower Mainland in British Columbia, our My Health, My Community survey actually found that people who reported strong social connection were 2 or 3 times as likely to report very good health.
It's not just nice to know your neighbors. It can save you money. It can save your life. They're really tangible benefits.
You'll have neighbors looking out for each other, whether or not that's helping with chores or errands or child minding. I think it brings great value to somebody's personal experience.
It leads to a more resilient city and a resilient community.